All right, and then let's talk about the Monday night game between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams, two of the better defenses on the year. Los Angeles Rams have been above average on offense, whereas the Bears, one of the slower offenses. So, of course, we're going to get a very low over-under here, 44.5 point over-under. Rams are actually favored to win this one at home by 6, even though the Bears are 5-1. I don't blame Vegas for that. The Bears definitely had a pretty good showing against the Panthers, but at this point, I don't think anyone still totally believes in a Nick Foles-led Bears offense. Their defense has been the reason for them winning these games up to this point, and their offense has just done enough to keep them around. Bears are the number 1 team in terms of slowing down quarterbacks, number 3 in terms of slowing down receivers. They've been very good against running backs. The only place you've really been able to exploit against them is the tight end, whereas the Rams have been incredibly stout against receivers, good at slowing down quarterbacks and running backs, above average, and they've been also a little bit of a salve against tight ends. So I guess this means start Jimmy Graham, and it looks like Tyler Higbee might miss this game. He missed practice on Thursday. Haven't seen the practice reports yet on Friday for him. If Tyler Higbee is out, that means that Gerald Everett will be a pretty interesting streamer. Just wanted to mention that here. I'm expecting and anticipating Higbee plays, and I think he'll be the better option here. But bear that in mind. If Higbee is out, I think Gerald Everett becomes a really nice streamer. Okay, let's talk the individual matchups here. So David Montgomery, even though he's been running the ball terribly, he's getting enough volume, getting enough work in the passing game that you're going to continue starting him here. Regardless of matchup, I think you have to play Allen Robinson, like no matter what. And then, as we mentioned, the Rams have been beatable in the tight end department, so let's roll Jimmy Graham out there this week. And I like both defenses in this matchup. Not starting anyone else on the Bears side, so that's pretty easy there. On the Rams side, I toyed back and forth with the idea of, do we want to trust Darrell Henderson? I think I have him on just the cusp of my running back twos this week. I think he's really entrenched himself as the better running back there. Obviously, Cam Akers is either still dealing with that rib injury or he just hasn't been clicking in the offense the way that Sean McVay has wanted him to. And at this point, he's definitely should be nowhere near your starting lineup. Malcolm Brown looks terrible, so I don't know how much longer he's going to continue to get touches. If Darrell Henderson continues to run the way that he has, he's going to be a decent starter the rest of the way. This is a tougher matchup, a lower scoring game, but I think Henderson is still worth a start. Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, you got to temper your expectations a little bit, but they're such dominant receivers and have been really relevant for fantasy this entire year. Even against a tough Bears defense, I'm still okay starting them. We saw last week it worked out okay with DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. I think we're going to get a similar performance here. Don't expect like wide receiver 1 status here, but could definitely put up between 12, 15 points apiece in PPR. As I mentioned, we're starting both defenses here, and I don't know. I think you could talk me into starting Jared Goff because he has performed decently in opportunities like this in the past, and he's also completely imploded. So take that with a grain of salt. I am a little nervous if you have to roll him out this week, but considering the options he has around him, I think it's still okay. I have Higbee down here in my second guess category, even though the Bears are exploitable against tight ends. Because of that injury, I'm a little nervous at what kind of a touch split that looks like. At this point, I think if you roster Tyler Higbee and Everett is on your waiver wire, you're kind of hoping that Higbee just rests the injury that he's dealing with, so Gerald Everett can actually become a strong start this week. So keep an eye out for the practice report later. Will probably come out by the time I'm done editing this video, so just go make sure you check that out. And then we're not starting any of the other options here. I think this would be a pretty low-scoring game, but I do see the Rams winning this one. I just don't believe in the Bears yet. So I got the Rams winning 27-14. I think they're able to, withstand the Bears defense and put up enough points. So got the Rams winning this one, and that is it. Thank you very much.